Sorry, wrong game. It's just flashbacks, you know? Anyway. What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the humble internet? My name is Ryan, aka the Rye Man. And after a long day of work, when there's not much time for recording and editing, so I can get at least some type of sleep, I return to a humble little game called Katawa Shoujo. Last time we were here, I was slowly losing my mind, while at the same time reaching a new level of consciousness. I can feel it. I think. It had a lot to do with art. I think I asked some weird-ass questions. Weird thought that just came to mind. If a werewolf has fleas, does a werewolf even get fleas? Let's assume a werewolf can get fleas. And it bites the werewolf and drinks some of its blood. Do they become werefleas? Or do they become like werewolf fleas? Fleas that are werewolves? Flare weaves. Floves. Wereflevos. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. It's apparently the fair. We're at the time of the fair. The Great Katawa Shoujo Fair. The door slowly closes with a low creak, and fucking wereflows? What the fuck is wrong with me? A little creak, and I don't know how I feel about what Kenji just said. I forget what Kenji just said, and I don't feel like going back. Oh, it's a happy hubbub. Can I skip? I cannot! Calm down. The name of this chapter is Don't Panic. The happy hubbub of the crowd greets me as I push myself through the main door and step outside. The school grounds were transformed into festival grounds over yesterday and this morning. Colorful stands lie at the main walkways from the main entrance to the school building. Some people are still carrying stuff to and fro, but behind most counters are relaxed students who look like they're good to go. Most of the other students have been up early to finish the preparations. Do you think somewhere at this festival there's a Verizon tent? And by that, I'm selling Verizon again. I need to stop. A feeling of guilt passes through me. Weird thoughts enter my head. Let it go. A weird feeling of guilt passes through me, but it soon goes away. I'm just a lowly transfer student after all. Some visitors are already strolling around the grounds. There are some young families with perturbed parents trying to keep up with their over-enthusiastic offspring. Perturbed. A few students of our own accompanied by their parents, and a lot of old and young people who are here for no reason I can imagine. The carillon bursts into life, and the principal's squeaky voice announces the opening of the festivals over the PA system. Did we ever meet the fucking principal? Do you ever meet the principal of this school? Everyone applauds politely, if a bit unenthusiastically. A school festival. We didn't really have festivals at my old high school. It feels kind of old-fashioned, especially considering the school I came from. But it's still somewhat exciting. The day off feels sweet after the first week of hard work, despite me lying on the hospital bed for 4 months prior to this. I recall even wishing that I could go to the math lessons during my stint at the hospital. I can't remember the program for the festival, even though Muto went through it during class just the other day. I stepped off the dorm steps, intending to take a tour around the grounds to see all the stuff the others have set up, but I only make it down to the bottom of the stairs. Hello, Ren. A few people are studying Ren's mural on the wall, while the artist herself is lounging on the sidelines, leaning against the wall and looking extremely bored and mildly under the weather. Good morning. Hello. Alright, let's see what I can fucking see in this mural. I see, can people at home see the cursor move around? I'm looking over to my right, on my other screen, and they apparently can. This looks like a cacophony, a hubbubaloo of zombies, which is fucking weird-ass, maybe Silent Hill-esque. This person's screaming. They got the one eye looks okay, but they got this other eye over here that's bulging outwards. Kind of like that one scene from Walking Dead where Negan, like, brings the hammer, Lucille, down on Glenn's head. Oh my god, Rin, are you a Walking Dead fan? Jesus, if Zin is a zombie fan amongst a whole other things, then she will at least get a point in the book. There's a blue thing over here. There's more faces over here. Looks like this looks like it's a nose and lips for an eye. I don't know. I don't know what the hell this white thing is over here. I'm circling with my cursor right now, but I don't think I like it. Anyway, how's it going? Nowhere. I'm stuck. What do you mean stuck? I mean I can't walk stuck. I think my legs are out of order because of yesterday. Does it hurt? It's hard to say. Maybe. The strain of working on the mural was greater than she let me know. I thought it was just a bit of tired muscles or something. I mean, ask something further. But Rin swiftly moves to another topic. Teacher's friends came by. Then they headed into town for lunch and asked me to go. It's a good thing my legs hurt so much. But you're stuck sitting there. That's not good. I'll just wait until I can walk again. It should be either sooner or later, if you think about it for a while. Yeah? Yeah, okay. Teacher was happy that I finished the mural. He should be. But I wonder if it's finished at all. Is any piece of... you know what? Fuck it. No piece of art is truly finished. You've just become complacent to where you've left off. I don't know if that means anything. I literally just thought of that. I literally just pulled that out of my ass. But I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah. No piece of art is truly finished. You just kind of get okay with where you leave off. Yeah, something like that. Oh? I thought yesterday that I had done everything, but now I'm not sure anymore. I should paint more details. Maybe. Probably. It's very hard to decide. Finished or not, the mural looks great in broad daylight. Oh god, there's feet. What the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? Various, what the fuck? The various human body parts, repeated over and over in a wildly mutating, mostly disfigured variety, are the main elements. They are rough looking, as if thoughtlessly placed and rudimentarily painted, but a great deal of thought and care has gone into each and every one of them. What the fuck? Is that a fish up there? Is that fish hair? Is that a fish hair? Is that fish head? Is that a fish growing? Fuck. Am I supposed to see what I'm supposed to see? Is this like one of those, like, this right here? It looks like a fish. It's like a fish head growing out of this person's head. This fish head. Do you guys see something else? Is it like an ink block test? Does that mean I'm insane? Are you insane? Who's insane here? Wait, what? I'm just now looking at the fucking dialogue. Does this one have a frog growing up? What the fuck? Hisao, my man! I'm sorry, as soon as I came over, I'm grabbing my fucking fish head over here. Look down at the dialogue file. I'm not the only one. My boy is so. Oh, God. It's a go. Oh. Oh. Where is my current mental health right now that I was able to look at that and instantly fucking pick out fish? It must just be me. It must be obvious. Was she going for obvious? It's a goldfish. Okay, but without look, I'm covering up the dialogue. What can I see? Those are... Oh, I don't know. I see boobs. I'm not sure if it requires celebration. What the fuck's YouTube gonna do? Fucking take this video down? It's art. We're looking at art. Of course, I also think I'm looking at the early concept designs for a Dead Space monster. What does the dialogue say? Alright, it sounds like, what the fuck is that? It's nothing. Okay. Oh, it's the white thing. It's that white thing I saw before that was like, what is that? It's got feet. What is happening? The wall is so wide I have to turn my neck from side to side to see the entire painting. It's hard to consider a single piece. The elements don't seem to fit together, but I guess they do create some kind of a whole, I think. Abstracted as it is, I have no idea what it's supposed to be portraying. But it looks nice? That's enough for me. Man, I don't get modern art. I really don't. What the fuck are these two guys back here? This thing here looks like something out of an SCP Foundation story. I settle myself next to Rin, leaning against the wall like she does. The happy noises of the festival are becoming louder as more and more folks enter the grounds. The dorms are far from the main attractions in the main building, and the stands around the courtyard. So most visitors have not found their way here yet. And Rin just kind of slid in there for a moment. A somewhat bored expression settles on Rin's face, making her look detached from everything that's going on around her. She's being awfully quiet. I wonder if she's in pain. So, what did the art people say about your mural? Merle. My question wakes Rin from her daydreaming. She lazily turns her face towards me. I'm not sure. I think they liked it. Maybe they did. What about you? Are you happy with the mural? 'Cause I kind of participated. It'd be terrible if you were unhappy. Rin tilts her head, biting her lower lip. I think it came out decently. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It's just... is. I guess I'm alright at being empty-minded. Can I add something else? What does this painting really portray? I thought about it yesterday when you said it doesn't portray anything. But that's a logical fallacy, isn't it? You can't make something out of nothing. Not even art. Uh-oh. Rin frowns and turns her head back towards the clouds. I don't know. I'm not really good at explaining things. It's just a mural. There's nothing special to it. I said it already.
I feel as though she lies. There's too many feet in this mural for it to not mean anything.
She sounds annoyed at my inquiries. I didn't know what I'd paint, so I decided to paint just a mural. It's a mural that portrays a mural. No, wait. I just thought of a better way to say it. It portrays itself. So, its muralness is at the maximum, at least as far as I can do. So if you don't think it has some meaning, I think that's the same as this one has.
That makes no sense, but at the same time it makes all sense. I understand, but I don't understand. I have a mouth and yet I can't scream.
Meaning, I feel the corners of my mouth... Oh, shit! I feel the corners of my mouth turning upwards into a smile that's just a tiny bit bothered. Oh boy. I have never understood art in the deepest meaning of the word. I wonder if I could just take this entire line and just make that the fucking title of this episode. There's a lot of feet. I get the basics. How art is supposed to be only a means for exchanging ideas and thoughts. Okay, those are the zombies. And that's Glenn after he gets his head hit. However, I never learned how I should interpret a piece of art. To somehow divine what the artist intends to say through it. I know it's not any special skill, but somehow my brain never came to connect art with anything else than what I see. All I see is a mural. I can admire the technical skill. Even after all, even I know the difference between bad art and mediocre art. Mediocre art and good art. But that's as far as I can go, so don't ask me about meanings, Ren. Her reply sure made me reluctant to ask her about it any further either. So, what are you doing when you get on your feet? I'm going to assume she's going to walk. Nothing. Nothing? But there's the festival. Don't you want to go have some fun? I'm fine like this. Good, I fucking hate people too. We should both just sit here and think about how much we hate crowded places like this. You don't like socializing much, do you? Fuck no, I don't. I think I'm arguing more for her than myself at this point. It's not that I'm particularly thrilled about the festival either. Just a bit curious to see what it's like. And that's about it. Her answer is unsurprising. No, I don't. I guess I don't fucking like people either. You should go if you want to. I know, but I could keep you company. I'm not used to all this just yet, so it's okay to take it easy. I can leave though, if you want me left alone. I like it if you are here. 'Cause I hope you think about nothing, right? Oh, shit. We circle around each other with words, but eventually end up somewhere. Her saying that makes me feel oddly happy, so I stay. Her presence is something I like, too. The odd warm aura of serenity that she seems to emanate makes it comfortable to be silent. I really like it. I like to just be somewhere and be fucking quiet. So, sometimes The gang at the office I work at. They're awesome people. Fucking love these people. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to make them understand that I am still an introvert at heart. Sometimes I just wanna be me. Get myself into a zone. And if that means you look... So when you look over at me, and you see I have this severe scowl look on my face, just understand something. That's, first of all, my default face. I can't help that. And two, sometimes it's best not to poke the bear out of his comfy place. We watch people walk by, the two of us silent. Everyone else is chattering happily among themselves. Me, I'm just sitting here silently, in my own zone. It's a good thing. Oh shit. Excuse me. Students are leading their families to the dorms to show off their rooms. They pass us in the mural, maybe glance at it once or twice. It's hard not to glance at this fucking dude right behind us. I pay less attention to them, and more to my companion, trying to figure out my way past her cryptic, unreadable wall of a face. Some people would call that an resting bitch face. They don't know the meaning of the resting bitch face. So far, I've been called such a natural of the resting bitch face that I don't have resting bitch face. I have a natural resting scowl. Like the Batman scowl. Rin's eyes flicker restlessly from one person to the other as they walk by. Ooh, she's reading them and silently judging them. Oh, is she waiting for people to stop at the mural? Maybe secretly hoping someone would comment on it? I don't think anyone would assume that she was the artist. We're just sitting here like a pair of hobos, after all. And she doesn't even have hands! My camera's not on, but I totally waved my hands around like fucking spirit fingers. I wonder if it's even in Rin's style to fish for compliments. She seems so aloof. More people walk by, some of them pointing their fingers at the mural, exchanging words that I can't make out. Someone drops a snow cone on his shoe. Too bad for him. Everyone seems to like it. Except that one big dude walked by. What the fuck did that do that? Except that one big dude who walked by. It was like, what the fuck is that? It's got feet! I suggest attentively, throwing a topic in the stale summer air separating us. Rin doesn't answer right away, but by now I am mostly used to her occasional slowness when she must talk. It's like she takes great care picking her words, which is really unbelievable when you consider the jumble that comes out of her mouth. I wanted to make it so that you can just look at it without thinking. Then I realized that it doesn't make any sense. So it became something like a mix of this and that. From far away, it looks like someone vomited a herd of butterflies on the wall. Which is exactly what that obnoxious president person didn't want. Is that word that? Is that word that? What word? That. What is the word for more than one butterfly? What? Yeah, right, I would assume the plural for butterfly is butterflies. Butterflies? No. Like a herd, or a school, or a heap. Oh. Shit. I don't know. A flock, maybe? Flock of butterflies? Oh my god. What do you call a group? What do you call a group of butterflies? This is gonna bug me now. This is legit gonna... What do you call a group of butterflies? The flock? It's not herd butterflies. That's fucking retarded. It's not a mob or an infestation. Those are humans. A horde? Okay, the people in my office, they now kind of also look to me to think of weird questions to ask themselves while out in the field as a means of getting out of your own head to help keep mentality up. You know, not thinking of the job, not thinking of no's that you get. And I would give them, like, weird questions that actually bother me. It's like questions that keep me up at night. This is going to be another one of those questions that keeps me up at night that I'm going to have to ask the office to help get an answer. What do you call a group of butterflies? Someone out there is less lazy than I am. They're going to be the ones to look this up. Please help me. Maybe people like butterfly vomit. Does a butterfly vomit? Rin looks at the mural, looking surprisingly unhappy. The middle could be better. Usually I like in-betweens, but this was a pain in my butt. Not literally, of course. Then again, I did get that too. I guess it was literally after all. Don't be so critical of yourself. She looks at me funnily, but shuts up. At about this point, I started thinking if I should really leave and do something more constructive with my Sunday. That's another line that I should probably fucking make for an entire title of a video. This is the pinnacle of social failure. A whole free day. A festival right outside my doorstep. And what do? Sit here with Rin. Two bystanders with nothing to do except think of what a pity it is just to be a bystander. Even realizing how pitiful it is, I don't do anything. I don't stand up and take off for a day of fun. Shuffle? If we're about to be ambushed by Emmy, there's going to be a fight. If we're about to be ambushed by Emmy, I'm grabbing my gun. Fidgets? Shuffle. Itchy? Tasty? Rin is shuffling about restlessly, constantly swinging one leg over the other knee and then back again. She has a very irritated look on her face. Is something wrong? Yes. No. Yes. I'm sorry about that. My brain fucking blue screened there for a second. Fucking what? She suddenly hops up on her feet. It's surprising. I thought she was still rendered immobile, but apparently that's not the case. I have to go find Emmy or someone. I need some help with something. I can help you. No, it's okay. One of us has to stay here in case something happens. What are we expecting? A fucking Inquisition to roll through? Don't be ridiculous. Nothing even remotely happens in this fucking dump. Not since I came here. Except for that one guy who dropped a snow cone on his foot. Let me help you. Says I'm fucking bored too. There's nothing to hunt around here. So what is it? Rin's lips flatten tightly against each other into a almost perfectly horizontal line. She closes her eyes and draws in a deep breath. When she opens her eyelids, the finally stern look in her dark green eyes takes me aback. Hisao, you may not want to hear this, or maybe you do. I don't know. But it doesn't matter, and even if it did, you are not leaving me any choice. I'm happy. I. I'm. I'm stepping away from the monitor and grabbing a fucking drink. That's what I'm fucking doing with my goddamn time, motherfucker. What the goddamn shit? Give me something. I don't care what it is. I'll drink straight out of the fucking faucet. Just run the fucking faucet. I'm gonna drink out of the fucking faucet. Give me this. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what I just drank. But it tasted good. Was it bleach? I think it was bleach. It's gonna put me in a fucking happy place real goddamn soon. Let's take this from the top, boys and girls. I'm having my period, and I need some help regarding that. However, I don't feel that our relationship is yet on the level where I could allow you to pull my underwear down in the girls' toilet, even if you offer to. No, Rin, I don't think our relationship is at that level yet. No, I would dare say, while we are cool, we are not at quite the level of swapping war stories, if you catch my drift. That's why you should stay here while I go look for Emmy. As blood rushes to my cheeks like the rising tide, my brain tries to desperately search for an answer. But the only thing I can think of is how that was the most coherent thing I have heard coming out of Rin's mouth during these 4 days I've known her. Yes. No. Yes. Not wanting to meet Rin's eyes, I turn my face aside, pretending I'm looking at someone's parents. From the corner of my eye, I see Rin turning on her heel and walking off without further ado. I feel I'm just gonna go hang myself. Shiori, I know what I just said. Shiori you later, girl. I've left that game behind. I'm here now. I wonder how long Rin will be gone, or she'll return at all. She does return eventually, appearing seemingly out of nowhere and sitting back to where she was, next to my place. Why did we not fucking move? I'm back. Welcome back. She says it flatly, like my blunder never happened. I prefer to forget the whole matter as well, so I keep quiet. What the fuck? It's her shadow. It's her shadow. I thought her fucking stand was about to appear. Time passes in a standstill. Oh, the sun gleams from high above the main building. It hits me directly in the eyes, so I just squint instead of moving. And it becomes painful to keep my eyes open just a little, and my temples start aching. My head hurts. I think this day gave me a headache. Can you believe it? Are you hungry? How is that related to headache? You'd be surprised, Sal. It's not. I asked because I am. Ellipses. Her oblivious seriousness melts my irritation with its ridiculousness, and I find the corners of my mouth turning slightly upwards again. You know what? So am I. Here's the $1,000,000 question, girl. Where do you want to eat? Oh, here it is. What do you want? Doesn't matter. Motherfucker, it never changes. It's never different. It's never fucking different. No matter where you go, it never fucking changes. Doesn't matter. Returning with the food, I give one portion of Rin, taking the other for myself, and we dig in without a word. Rin looks upwards, fork hanging out of the corner of her mouth. What are clouds? I always thought they were thoughts of the sky or something like that, because you can't touch them. Are you trying to be philosophical, or are you serious? Because I can give you a serious answer. There is an actual serious scientific answer. It's angel farts. You thought like that when you were a kid? Sal, we're all fucking kids. What the fuck? No. Last week. Maybe because sometimes my thoughts feel like clouds. Fluffy and white and slow. Like the sky was in my mind. Like my mind was the sky. The sky of your mind? Close your eyes and think of sky. You won't be able to think of anything else until you stop. Oh god, Hisao's actually fucking doing it, the madman. I try it. It works. Magic? Open my eyes, I see Rin studying me with her eyes. It feels uncomfortable because she doesn't say anything, so I turn away. Clouds are water, sweetie. Evaporated water. You know, they say that almost all of the water in the world will at some point, of its existence, be a part of a cloud. Every drop of tears and blood and sweat that comes out of you, it'll be a cloud. I don't know why, but that sounds like the most metal fucking thing I've ever heard. All the water inside your body, too. It goes up there sometime after you die. It might take a while, though. Your explanation is better than any of mine. Because it's fucking true! That must be it. I carry on eating the food before it gets cold. The wall offers a bit of blessed shade for it as the sun revolves around the dome of the sky. But the afternoon is already slowly making way for the evening, so our lunch becomes more of a dinner, or whatever the word is for an irregular meal like this. It's called dinner. Despite what I decide to call it, dinner, it certainly hits the spot. I haven't eaten a bit since forever. Ellipses. My appetite filled, I let out a satisfied sigh. Rin hasn't eaten all of hers, which seems to be done with her food as well. I lean back, taking in the atmosphere. The crowd is thinned already, but the activities are still going. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. And why not? It's warm, the kind of perfect summer day when it's hot, but not too hot for comfort. The sun will set soon. Time really has flown by. We've been sitting here for 6 fucking hours. Yes, we have. Do you want to do something else now? No, not really. Me neither. She adjusts her position and leans against the wall, and I follow her lead, relaxing my own body. For minutes on end, we sit there without saying a word. I'm trying to feel Rin's mood from her demeanor, the tension of her muscles, the tiny expressions fleeting on her face. It's no use. She's unreadable as always. The crowd swells to and fro, people happily chatting with each other. Very few people pay real attention to the mural. and even less to us. I fiddle with a few odd pebbles absent-mindedly. The act of doing something just for the sake of doing something, the pinnacle of idleness. Inch by inch, the sun creeps lower and lower towards the tree line, changing the color of the sky close to the horizon from golden yellow to orange and red as the moment of the sunset draws near. I feel like my stomach is filled with lead after eating so heavily, but the brick wall feels surprisingly comfortable against my back. I try to fight against the drowsy feeling that is overwhelming me, to no avail. And we're dead. Oh, God. I wake up with a start. This fucking shot's being popped off. Charlie's in the fucking wire! Oh, it's the fireworks. It's fireworks. A low boom reverberates through the school grounds. Afterwards, bright sparks flash throughout my vision like stars. Something rises towards the skies from the direction of the sports field. A tail of fire trails behind it until a burst of red and yellow flames light the sky high above the school with another loud boom. Fireworks. The sudden flash of light against the canvas of the night sky awakens me to realize that it is actually dark already. How long did I sleep? I feel groggy and can't feel my right arm. As I attempt to flex it, I realize why. Rain is leaning heavily against my shoulder, almost falling on my lap. She's fast asleep, not even fazed by the fireworks. Her mouth is slightly open and her eyes are peacefully closed. A sleeping childlike face of the innocent. I shake Ren gently with my free arm, trying to wake her, or failing that, move her so that my other arm is liberated from its pinch. Ren's face twitches and her eyelids shut tighter, as if to resist waking up. She gradually opens her eyes, but keeps them half closed, letting the light from the fireworks sneak just past her eyelashes, so that her green irises mirror the bright flashes of the explosions. Then looks up at me and frowns, which is usually most women's reaction when they open their eyes and see me. Just a while longer, okay? Girl, it's night. We need to get up and go to fucking bed. Ren's voice is drowsy and slow, leaving her almost unintelligible muttered words hanging lazily in the air. It seems she's not entirely aware of the situation. Ren's head drops back on my shoulder as she leans against me with all her weight. She snuggles against my side, trying to make herself comfortable, but making me feel very uncomfortable at the same time. I become intensely, almost painfully aware of Ren's warm body and the deep, peaceful movement of her chest against my arm. Her breathing soon returning to even rhythm. I can't help admiring her gift for sleeping, or the ease of the mind of hers to use someone she's known for less than a week as a pillow. The rockets rise up to the sky one at a time, breaking the flowers of red, green, and gold, accompanied by the oohs and uhs of the audience. I try to push Ren's disconcerting proximity out of my mind for what I can do about it. I just hope her short while really is that. One by one, the glittery bursts are born and die in a blink of an eye, coloring the sky, the dark night sky, into occasionally changing abstract painting. I listen to the low booms of the explosion and Ren's quiet breathing, trying to clear my own head of the post-awakening disorientation. Thankfully, just a while longer proves to be just a while, as Ren stirs from her slumber and wakes up again before the fireworks are over. I fell asleep. Yes, girl, you did. You did. She finally opens her eyes completely and blinks a few times. You fell asleep on top of me. Twice. You didn't like it? Girl, I can't feel my right arm. Girl, I can't move my fucking right arm. You have any idea what it's like not being able to use one of your arms? Despite the inconclusive stammering, Rin sits upright, drawing herself away from me. Well, you're fucking heavy. It's a lie. She weighs next to nothing. But I have to get a jab back at her, even if it's under the belt. My protest fails to draw any reaction as Rin's attention is drawn upwards to the flashes of the fireworks. She seems hypnotized by the colorful play of the explosions. A slight tingling sensation goes up and down my arm as blood starts to circulate again. It's unpleasant, but it helps me get rid of this dizzy feeling. More and more rockets rise up to the sky, the bright colors of their explosions reflecting from the clouds. Both of us stare at the fireworks fixed throughout the canopy of the trees, enthralled by the show. We would get a vastly better view of the sky if we moved even a couple of yards, but neither of us bothered to even suggest it. I really do like fireworks, even though looking at them makes me feel kind of sad. I think. It's like they want you to look at them so bad, so they are loud and bright. But when someone looks, they're already gone. It's like they were not even real. Fuck you, Katy Perry. That song is a terrible song to listen to get your... It's a terrible motivational song for people. They are real, I can tell you that. All this is real, you know? Is it? If you think about it, nothing really lasts for long. Even something like my life or yours is just a blink of an eye in the history of everything. Like one of those rockets. Poof, and we're gone. But we're here, aren't we? Yeah, this is reality. I think. Rin sitting next to me, the loud bangs of the fireworks, the vast unlimited sky. These things are definitely real, even though they won't stay here forever. I think the fucking sky will be here, dude! I feel warm inside, and I wonder if it's because Rin is so close to me, or just the feeling of being alive. I don't really know what I should say next. It's alright. Maybe I'm just talking to myself. But you know, fireworks are pretty. But in the end, isn't it somehow silly to spend so much money on a fraction of a second worth of pretty sparkles? Rin rips her gaze off the still ongoing spectacle and leans backwards, looking at me with a repulsed face. Wow, I never expected you to be such a cynic. Cynic is a pretty harsh word. Rather than that, I think myself as a realist. Isn't a realist just the word for what a cynic calls himself? Fucking you bet it is! The final rocket goes out with a bang of silver and blue, leaving the grounds eerily silent for a moment, until the crowd starts moving towards the main gate like a cattle herd. Wisps of gray smoke drift towards the dorms from the sports field. The pungent, sulphurous smell of gunpowder carries along feels like it sticks to my hair and clothes. Was that it? Where's the napalm? I think so. I stand up and stretch my sore back. Sleeping against the brick wall wasn't such a good idea after all. Nah, bullshit, man. You ever, just slept on a concrete ground? It was probably one of the best sleeps I ever had in my life. Well, I woke up so fucking refreshed. Rin stands up as well and turns to face me, with an accepting gaze on her retired features. Although she seems to have trouble focusing her eyes, she is looking straight at me. Something I feel has not occurred too often the past week. Yeah, most every other time she's been looking at me. Not Hisao at fucking me. So I suddenly realized we've been on almost at a date here, as if by accident, even if we did nothing. I don't know to say that, not that I would fucking know. But it wasn't. So it was blood rushing my cheeks with my speech stammering. Because I have a fucking thing in my brain, dude. I'm an idiot. And I can't fucking read. That's why. I don't know what I should say, especially since it seemed like Rin's waiting for me to say something. But luckily, she solves my problem for me. Good night, Hisao. She gives me one more lingering look, measuring out from tip to toe, turns around on her heel, and skips off, disappearing into the crowd. Okay. Good night. I'm left standing there, giving a response to the cooling night air. Sigh. The festival turned out to be nothing like I expected. I ended up spending all day in one spot with Rin, even though neither of us agreed on nor suggested that we do anything. I didn't just have anything better to do, and evidently neither did she. There goes my speech again. Rin's warmth lingers for a while longer in my body before disappearing into the falling night. Everything just went white, and the budget kicked in. Oh my god, I think I understood the whole... Well... Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, I am going to leave it there. Another nice little long, extended episode of a visual novel for y'all. And as it turns out, while it has already, I guess, been confirmed by some people who played through this game religiously, Season 3 is a Rin path. It's on. So the question remains... how weird can this get? And who will be weirder? We will find all these answers out next time. Probably not next time. Sometime in the future. On another bizarre episode of Ryman's Bizarre Adventures of Katawa Shoujo. You know the drill of all the things to look for in the description box below, guys. See ya fucking Nara. Adios.